Welcome to another episode of the Koffee Conversation Show, powered by the Emerging India Forum, TIF, and our tech partner, Prime Infotech Solution. Today's series is Shakti. Theme is Brewing Success, Financial Empowerment, or Coffee. So, friends, we have with us Nita Menezes. She has over 30 years of experience as a financial mentor and coach, author, and professor of practice. Nita is dedicated simplifying the complexities of finance and fostering meaningful change in the lives of individuals and communities. She is the founder and CEO of Financially Smart and MoneyPrester.com. So, Nita, welcome to this special episode of the Coffee Conversation Show. It's a Saturday afternoon, and just wanted to explain the format. We're having 3 rounds.
Thanks
Professional.
for the invite, Amir.
Yeah. So first round is professional, personal, second, and third is a rapid fire round. So if you answer those questions wittily, funnily, you get to win this ebook authored by me. It will be autographed. So the book name is From Niches to Riches: The Importance of Choosing a Niche for Your Business, which you have done
Oh, wonderful.
successfully.
That's something I believe in.
Yes. So friends, I'm Lion Amir Virani over here, host of Coffee Conversation and a legal tech evangelist. So, Nita, your first question. What inspired you to embark on a journey as a financial mentor and coach?
What inspired me? Well, I've always felt financial literacy is very, very important because when I started off earning at a very early age, Amir. And at that point of time, I realized we had no financial knowledge.
Yep.
My dad was an accountant in a company, and I thought he was the one who knows everything about finance. So did some costly mistakes myself when I invested my money, the first hard-earned money. That's a long story. Basically, I invested in a scheme which turned out to give me very good returns somewhere around in the 1990s. Yeah, with a gift which promised me post-dated checks, which never got encashed. And when your hard-earned money goes, you realize, oh my God, this is something not right. And that's when I actually started my search about understanding what is this crazy thing, but very important thing called money, which we all need. And that's where I started my journey and exploring more about money, understanding more about money, and got into this profession. In fact, I started off my career with science, and I wanted to be a doctor, ended up being a financial doctor, which is, a tag which was given to me a lot of my surgeon clients.
Oh, wow. That's interesting. So, Nita, can you share some key strategies you employ to simplify complex financial complex for your diverse clients?
So key strategies, yes. The first important thing, like I've always told clients, learn your basics, know the basics. The problem is mostly everyone wants to, again, there are so many shiny objects everywhere around, like cryptocurrencies and, stocks and multi-bagger stocks. So people think investing is just going and starting buying products. So the basic which I started talking to them and the basic strategies, first understand the basics, know where you are today, know where you want to go. First, understand how to bridge the gap. That's where I started helping them about. So the basic thing I said was first understand your cash flows and know your purpose about money. Know why you want money. You are earning money every year, but what is your money going to do for you? What do you want it to do for you? So, I started from understanding the why, then put in a process to understand where they want to reach. And finally, we said address the product that will help you reach there. So that was the basic strategy. I said, first understand your purpose, your why, what you want your money to do for you, why you want money, and your why basically. And then I used to help them do the entire process, the planning, the money management skills, and various things that you need to know. Like the basic thing, I think, understand and get your basics right, then the other things will flow.
Very good. My next question will be as a financial planner, advisor, strategist, helping someone's finances. Uh, do you, how do you approach your clients, guide them, and do you have any fear back of your mind by something? a misfortune happens, so God forbid, then how responsible are you?
See, mostly personal finance is more personal and less of finance. That's what I feel. So first is about understanding the client. So the first approach to understand the clients is setting the expectations right.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times there are a lot of, I would always say, I tell my clients, there are a lot of Shah Rukh Khans who are there in the industry. You'll say, "Main hoon na sir, aap tension mat lo." But we first need to understand what is the client's purpose, what is his risk appetite, and tell him that if you want to make wealth, you can't put your money in an FD. You have to put it in equity, but that comes with a risk, and you need to give it time. And the markets are going to go up and down, so you need to take care of your emotions, because there are two emotions, fear and greed, which is so common. And common sense is the most uncommon thing that I feel, because when the markets are high, everyone is hunky dory and everyone wants to invest. And when the markets are down, in fact, people are looking at pulling out their money, which is completely wrong. So it's about being there and giving your time for your money to grow. So setting expectations right in the first meeting and developing trust, because I believe when it is about financial planning, when you're dealing with clients' money, it's hard earned money. At that point of time, the first thing that we look at is setting the trust. And as I always tell in my first meeting to every client, this is a first meeting, a 15-minute or whatever discovery meeting, to understand whether I'm the right advisor for you and you are the right client for me. So it starts from there. So setting expectations right, there is a process. I'm not a magician. Sometimes I've asked my clients, do you see, I'm not standing with a magic wand. I'm not a magician who's going to, say, okay, you're going to double or triple your money, but I'm going to help you in this process and we are going to make it happen. So that's the approach when I reach out to clients and meet clients as well.
Wow, beautiful.
And
So,
one more thing to add, it's never about, I do most of referral calling, wherein someone already the establishing thing is done, so I don't need to go and do a cold call and say, because that's where the branding is very, very important. You need to be there set up and with 30 years of experience, that has actually helped me.
my next question was personal branding only.
So I read your mind.
Yeah, the importance of personal branding in the financial industry and what steps you take on a regular basis, and how do you leverage it in your practice?
Yeah, Amir, I feel personal branding is very, very important because your first impression is very important. And when you meet a client for the first time, the confidence, there is something like sometimes it is the connect, and that has happened with a lot of clients. Initially, I started off definitely with cold calling and all that, but it was never that I went and I started selling a product. It was first about understanding the client, understanding, and at times clients have told me, oh, I've spoken so much that I've never discussed these things before. So that connect which was there has really helped. So personal branding is important because it's about creating a brand in the minds of people. So when they know that they need someone who's an expert or they need someone who can help them, they will, you're on top of their mind. So that has really, personal branding is very, very important. It's about creating trust, credibility, and also ensuring that you are providing education. And my focus more is on providing education to my clients from time to time, because I feel an educated client is much better than a client who's not aware of things. So that is really, really helped.
Wow. So now, Neeta, you have two ventures, Financially Smart and MoneyPrastha.com.
Yes.
Can you tell something about these two ventures and what are they about?
Wonderful. So after the almost 28 years of experience, I realized that, I wanted to do something on my own. And my clients had always told me, Nita, there is a lack of education, lack of financial literacy. And as I said, I always believe that a client who is well informed, who is educated, financially educated, it can make better and smarter and informed decisions. That's why I started Financially Smart. So Financially Smart is focused on education. So we have a lot of courses that we offer. I've done a lot of workshops for corporates. I continue doing that. I have my own recorded courses. In fact, Amir, I've just released one course today, just before our talk. It is for financially smart young adults.
Wow.
Yeah, because I feel that it's very important that, you can start earning when you're at a young age, because you have something which most of us don't have, that is time. And so when you start this in schools and colleges, it is very, very important. So one of my clients, in fact, was who was a financial planning client. gave me this opportunity to come to his college and create a curriculum for the students, for the engineering students. And I found that it was so effective, it was so important. And that's why I did this recorded course, which I published today.
Wow.
So it is so important that, so Financially Smart basically focuses on education. As I said, it works, we do workshops, we do courses, and we do a lot of things with relation to education. Now, once you learn, you need to implement it, because knowledge without action is of no use. So a part of that ecosystem, moneyprastha.com, is a website, it's a platform where you can go and start investing. So that's where I help my coaching clients. If they want to invest, you have a platform. You can go and practice it there. And once you start that, you are a better client, you're a better informed investor, and you're able. So it's a part of the ecosystem. So
Wow.
both these things, actually go hand in hand.
Yes, correct. So now you shared something about being a financial coach in this earlier conversation. So what are the common misconceptions people have about financial planning, and what is the role of a financial coach?
So the misconception, let me first explain that to you. Misconceptions which people find, I've heard a lot of people saying, I don't have enough money right now. I'll get more money, my salary will increase, and then I'll start financial planning. I always tell them you can start even with 1,000 rupees or 5,000 rupees. It's about starting. It's about action. Because otherwise you'll have all the knowledge and you will wait for it to implement. Nothing is going to wait for you. You need to give time for your money to go. So cost of delay is there. So that was one thing. The other thing is about when I say finan um can you tell me your question again? Sorry, I just missed
Yeah.
that.
What are the common misconceptions you have about a financial coach, and what is the role of a financial coach?
Yeah. So misconception, I said one, it's about starting early. I'm too young to start. That was the other misconception. That's why I created this course for young adults, so that they have the education and they know that they can benefit from the power of compounding. So that's the misconception. And as a coach, it is our role, it's our duty to guide the client, be with them as a partner, and help them be on the right track. So someone as a sounding board, someone whom they can talk to if they have any problems, someone who can, like, I've got certain clients who've come to me and told me, can you just explain to me the meaning of corpus? Or, can you just tell me what is debt mutual fund? Equity to suna hai, debt kya hai? So they have these questions, they don't know whom to ask. And mostly women are there who, are, so that's a segment which I'm also focused on, women and financially and young adults. In fact, that's where I feel that they have so many questions. And there are a lot of jargons which are thrown to them when, the people come from maybe banks or some people who come out to them to invest. So sometimes they are so scared that they say, okay, I don't understand this, and they take a backseat. So in fact, I'm also releasing my book is going to be published on the first week of August, which is Financially Smart Women, which is a book dedicated to women, where I've actually broken down all these myths. It is simple, it's not complicated. Women are capable of many, many, much more things. And I've shared all my stories and experiences of women in the last 30 years whom I've met and clients. And that's an attempt to help more women and more young adults take charge of their financial lives.
Wow. So congratulations for your upcoming book. So you
Thank you so
will be in
much.
the league of authors. So welcome. I'm also an author of 12 ebooks.
Oh, lovely.
One more ebook which we will be releasing, and we'll be starting a seminar that is on importance of wills
Lovely.
and trust and probate. That is
That's such an
transferring
important
will transfer.
subject. That's such an important subject,
Yes.
such an important
So
thing.
through my Lions Club, through my
In
Lions
fact,
Club, we'll be starting the
I can just show you this book. I don't know whether you can see it.
Bring it closer. No.
This is the book.
Yeah.
This is the book which we wrote through Wiki, because I'm also a part of Wiki, that is Women India Chamber of Commerce and Industry. So this is one book which I had 12 women who came together and shared their stories. It's about know your finances, and each woman has shared their story and a part of these various concepts. So I've been an author through this. Now it's my own book, which is coming through a publisher, which will be in the first week of August. That's just
Interesting,
in the
interesting.
process. Yeah.
So now you brought up the topic of this wiki. Uh, what is the role as a national president, and what initiatives uh, did you bring about over there?
So Vicky, as I said, is Women India Chamber of Commerce and Industry. I'm the national president of this, and we have a team of women, around 50 women all across India. And the main focus of this again is one, to ensure that women take charge of their financial lives, and
Correct.
two, once women take charge, we felt that young adults are directly, the mothers, the sisters, all of them can actually help educate the young adults, and that is the focus. So we did a lot of workshops, we've done a lot of stories, we've done, some of our women committee members have done in rural areas as well. They've gone and conducted sessions. This is the book which I shared, which was one of the main projects that we worked on. And we are also now, this year we are launching, in the next week per se, we are launching a kind of a thing where we are coming out with a campaign called Each One Mentor One. Because we know that women have a lot of time, some especially women who are at home, who are qualified, and they want to do something and they don't know how to do it. So we are providing them that there are, your house help is there, your cook is there, your watchman is there. There are so many people you interact with. You don't need to go out and teach all the time. So we are
Correct.
providing them with a checklist to ensure the women in your life, or the people who are there in your life who are helping you. It may be a woman, it may be a man, like I said, even a watchman or your driver.
Yes.
Ensure that whether they have adequate, are they enrolled in the schemes? Do they have an Aadhaar card? Are they enrolled in the schemes by the government? Do they have those facilities? Do they have, they're even starting off with a simple investment like a mutual fund. So talk to them. So we are trying to have these conversations being done, and we are providing them with the checklist and a video, which will be provided to all the women, which will be launching next week.
Wow, that's a superb initiative. Impressive. So, Nita, uh, I'd like to ask you this question is, any, you must be having several memories during your financial coaching and financial planning where families have achieved their dreams, their wishes, and they must be. So, what were the cases where it brought about those changes with your interventions?
Right. So there was this one family. In fact, before I started off my career, I was into insurance. So I had sold them an insurance policy. And after I did my CFP, I realized that insurance, I mean, I was with insurance for 15 years with LIC of India, and then with HDFC Standard Life. And we used to sell investment linked policies as well. Then when I did my certified financial planning, I realized, term insurance definitely is the key. We need to focus on that. And there was this client of mine who has been with me for almost 15, 20 years plus. And at that point of time, I had sold an insurance policy to that same person some years back. But the trust and confidence that he had with me when I told him, that you need to have a proper plan and you need to start investing in equity. And, I know that we've sold you a new lip, but now that I have realized I have moved, but you need to take a call. He said, no, Nita, I would want to do it. I trust you. And he was the first person to do he said, as soon as you start working with with any financial planning firm and you take it up as a full time, I will be your first client. And that was the confidence he had in me. And we surrendered that ULIP policy at that time, after some time, after checking all the things, because it was not going to help him. That's what we realized. And so that really helped. I mean, it was about the trust and confidence that person had in me. And I think that really helped, gave me the confidence, and even today, whenever he calls, he says, thanks to you, I started investing. I started investing in a disciplined and a systematic manner. And today, I have a corpus of so much, it's the credit is to you. So this is one of the instances which came to mind.
Any of the sweet memories where it helped in the marriage, child education, something, going for a vacation? So many things happen. So, any sweet memories of your clients?
There are so many. In fact, I always focused on goal-based financial planning.
Great.
And so we celebrate the goals of our clients. So,
Mhm.
one of our clients, when they got their own car, So again, that was when he was so happy. He said, "This is thanks to you because of this consistent and follow up to ensure that whenever the bonuses come or whenever, and it's invested for that goal. Otherwise, it would have gone somewhere." Another client of mine, in fact, when we first met, they had a lot of real estate, and it was like, this ये मेरा बच्चा जब college education के लिए जाएगा, we'll sell this property and this property at that point of time. And I said, okay, it's an illiquid estate, I understand that, but we need to build a corpus here. Maybe you can keep this property as well, but let's start. So in fact, when their child went for education, I mean, they sent him abroad just a few years back. They actually said, thanks, we didn't need to even sell the property in a distress or whatever, because at that time, some years back, the property, when they were doing it, the property sales were low in that area, but they had enough corpus which could be used for that goal. So so such things really, really help, and it is very satisfying when you say, okay, you've been able to help clients. And I think it is more about discipline and consistently investing in the long term for that goal. So when the goal is coming closer, I would help them realize, okay, it's coming, and we'll start funding for it from start allocating it towards your, like a debt fund or whatever, so that they have it when it is required. So irrespective of markets going up or down,
That's true. That's true.
real estate going up or down, at that point of time when they require it, they can use that money.
Yeah, very true. Very true. So, Nita, being in industry for 30 years, what significant changes have you observed in the field of financial literacy and planning?
So many in the case of financial literacy. So in the 1990s, when I saw financial literacy, it was hardly any talk on it. There was, I mean, we were talking about savings and, all those kinds of things. But a lot of things have changed. Today, we are talking about, we are having more money conversations. We are talking like the niche that you mentioned. We are focusing on educating young adults, schools and colleges. Now, even the government is talking about, that it is important to have financial literacy as a part of the school curriculum. That's something which I'm very, very focused and working on. And yes, as I said, even women, there are a lot of women who are now wanting to understand more about finance, wanting to take charge. And I feel that also in technology, there are a lot of changes. Initially, it was only available in books or newspapers. Today, there is so much information. There's sometimes I feel there is excess of information. So that's why the course where it's more structured, because we have information, we have smartphones today, where initially there was nothing in years back, but today that is there. Regulations, there is a lot of change which has happened in the industry. So financial literacy, I feel today it is more in the last 4 5 years. In fact, there has been more talks about it. There has been more work towards it. Still, there's a huge gap, still scope, and I feel this is something which is so important.
Very true. Very true. So, my last question will be, Nita, in this professional journey, what advice would you give to be a successful financial advisory coach professional?
Be trustworthy. I would say when you say be trustworthy, I said one, and work in your client's best interest. That's something that will really help you. And be a good listener. Listen to your client before going and offering solutions. I've seen a lot of people where they come with a product and they want to sell it. The target is to sell that product and go. Don't focus on the product. Understand your client. Be there as its coach and guide. Be a good listener. I think that is something. And set the expectations right from day one. Because today there is I mean, I've faced this as well. There is a thin line between a coach, a financial coach, and a financial therapist. So, the lot of, because finance, personal finance, there's a lot of emotions, a lot of things also attached. In our first meeting as a coach, there are a lot of things that people share with you. So that's where you need to draw a line, ki how I can help you and help that client in the proper manner. So working in the best interest of the client, I think that is something which sums it all.
Perfect. Perfectly, you summed up the skills. Sorry, what to say? Skill sets or suggestions which you have given for anyone want to become a financial advisor, coach. You said new word, financial therapist, because you're dealing with emotions. Yeah, very true. It's money is also emotions. So very true.
Absolutely.
Okay. So let's
In fact,
go
that
to
was
the
one thing, Amir, I was also telling you, in 1990s, no one talked about the emotional part.
yeah,
Psychology of money is a very important subject today.
yeah,
That is there. And I think after the 2008, financial crisis, that's when people understood, that's when more about psychology and all started, because when the market's down, everyone is scared. So, they
yeah,
panic. So how
yeah.
to manage that? I think that's also a great quality that a coach should have. Managing a client's expectations, managing a client's emotions.
Very true, very true. Yes. There's a book also, The Psychology of Money.
Wonderful book. Yeah, it's a must read by all.
Yes, it's a must read for everyone, not only for financial planners, coaches, but for investors also. So
Yes.
wonderfully explained book. So, so friends, let's understand Nita as a person. Uh, so yeah, Nita. Uh, sorry. Could you share something about? Sorry. Could you share a bit about your family and how do they support you in uh, your ventures for this financial coach, author, so many things you're doing over 30 years. So how your family support has been to you?
I feel I'm personally very blessed to have a wonderful family. My husband has been amazingly very supportive, and at all times he's been telling me that you decide what is best for you. You have an amazing quality. You're doing a wonderful job. In fact, because the first time that we started was with our own financial plan, So in fact, he always supported me. In our house, it was like, okay, these are the things that we need to do, and we started. And today we are benefiting from that financial management that has happened. So we've been, and money conversations is something which is very open in our place. Even with I've got a son, 17-year-old son, sorry, 19-year-old son, and we are so open with conversations about money with him as well. Okay, that has really helped us, and they've always been supportive. So even today, it was my son helping me around before, to set up things here, or whether it was my course or anything. It's been my husband, my son, my mom. And my mom has been a great inspiration because she's been very good at saving, and so many years, and managing money is something which I learned from her. So it's been like the family has been very, very supportive, and that's why I've been able to manage so many roles. In fact, you need your family support if you're doing so many things. So even when my son was at school and college, I mean, especially at school, in fact, my mom was a great support so that I could go out and work as well. So that's really, really helped me. My mom-in-law has been an amazing support. They believe in me that I am doing something good and something. So that's been something which has always helped me in the long run. And
Wow.
even for my book, they have been, really motivating me and saying, you need to do this. Because writing a book actually is not an easy job. In fact, I had taken up the thing long back. Now finally it's gonna come out. But they have been really, really supportive. They say, okay, now you have to sit down and write. You have to complete this. So you need someone. So we are, as a family, we have this thing that each one has each other's back and each one is each other's buddy.
Yeah,
So that's what has really helped us.
very true. And having a family as an accountability partner is a blessing.
Absolutely.
Okay. So, uh, which book or movie has made a profound impact on you personally as well as professionally?
So book, I love the book Think and Grow Rich, and I've
Mhm.
read that so many times. I keep reading it at least once a year. That's something which is really, really, I like that book. And even Psychology of Money is another book, but Think and Grow Rich has been the first book which it talks about so many things. I think it's the first book that was written on personal development, and that is something which has really helped. And I keep recommending it to all. And movie, as you said, okay, don't remember any movie as such, but yeah, The Secret is something, if you call that a movie, that, I mean, Secret is something which I really liked when I saw it for the first time. And I felt when I saw the movie, there were so many things happening in my life where I mean, The Secret has really worked for me. The concepts that were talked about in Secret, about visualization, about things
Yeah.
happening, and when you work towards it. And that's why I could connect to that movie.
Wow. Okay. So, Nita, how do you maintain a work-life balance amidst your busy schedule? Just like to learn from you.
Right. So, I mean, I don't feel there's a perfect work-life balance. Yes, you cannot, if you try to attain perfection, you'll never do it.
Yeah,
So, yes, sometimes, there are problems, but it works along. It's about, I want to do it. I set my goals. Sometimes I have to be flexible with it. Sometimes things come over. I had initially I used to do my to-do list. Now it is I want to my to-be list. I'm more focused on what I want to be. So if I want to be an author, I have to write the book. For that, I have to set time. So that's
right.
accordingly that I've worked on. So there's no perfect work-life balance. Yes, I try to ensure that when I'm having quality time with family, it is quality time. That's when no work comes in. But when it is, we have even drives where we focus on work. In the sense, as I said, we are each other's buddies. So each one tells each person what they're supposed to do and what they're not doing. And we take that and then we start working on it. So that has really helped.
Okay. Uh, what creative pursuits, hobbies you have continued from your early days and still doing?
What creative? I didn't get the question.
Creative pursuits, hobbies, or interest from your early days you are still continuing, or you have developed any new hobbies or interest?
Yes, I have developed more about reading now. Initially, I would like to, I mean, I was running away from reading. I would say, okay, I can't sit in a place and read. So now I have developed that. I mean, at least 1 hour a day reading is compulsory. And because of reading, writing has helped. So that's something. I love dancing. I love running. So that's something which I'm working on. So fitness is something which is very, very important to me, being fit. And so it runs in the family. We focus on each other that we need to be, because I feel even before wealth, health is important. And that's what I always tell my clients as well. I said, what's the point of all the wealth if you don't have the health to enjoy your wealth? So you need to focus on fitness, and health is not, being a super fit model. It is about being fit enough so that, you can enjoy the experiences, you can enjoy different things in life.
Very true, very true. So, Nita, from the financial world, or from among the financial planners or gurus, who has influenced you during your 30 years career?
From the financial gurus, you can say, okay, Warren Buffett has been someone who's really, really influenced me. The way, I mean, he's so simple in his living. He's having huge amount of money and knowledge, but I still listen to him because I find this way of living, the way he talks, the way he shares things is so amazing. Morgan Housel is someone whom I follow a lot. I listen to a lot of his interviews because even in his book, I found, if you see one chapter of his book where he's talked about his life and his money, he says, it is so important that each person's requirement is different. For someone, he may need, 10 crores. Someone may be happy even with 1 crore. And that's how I think, so I really liked that. I follow also his blog, which is there, which is amazing. So, yeah, these are the two people. And yes, Indra Nui is someone whom I follow. I mean, not from finance, but as a role model in women. So she's someone whom I follow, and I feel, yeah, these are the ones whom I try to see and learn from more. And there are many mentors and people who have been there throughout my journey in 30 years, who have motivated me and from whom I've learned and I continue to learn.
So, my question was, Nita,
Hmm.
okay, what technology changes did you see when you started your career and now?
So technology changes. If I look at today, there is so much, there are so many apps and so many other things available. Initially, when we started, there was more of form filling. You had to have, I mean, even when I was working as a staff or whatever, I had to have team members to fill up forms. Today, everything is available. It's much more easier, wherein you just go and, click a button and you're able to invest, to do your mandate when you want to do an SIP. All those things are so simple, whether it's insurance, whether it is mutual funds, it's easier to invest. I mean, stocks also, if you've seen, when previously there was, to invest in stocks, it was such a huge thing. Again, filling up all those kind of things. Today, that is really, really there. Along with technology, I would say also there are so many softwares today available for analysis. So many softwares, I mean, which are there, which are helping calculators, which are available. So a lot of things have, I mean, in technology, there's been so much advancement. There are so many ways to invest. Confusion has increased. But I always believe that in spite of technology, you need a financial coach, you need a financial advisor, because you still need that person to tell you go and invest. You may take all the knowledge, and the clients have come to me, you said, they have done all, they waited and they have missed the bus, they've missed time. So then it's always about getting it done, having someone to guide you as a coach and as a person who can help you, someone from who has been in the industry, someone who's there, who's aware, and who's a professional who can help you.
Very true, very true. So my last two questions will be, since this is a Stree Shakti episode, what does Stree Shakti mean to you?
Stree Shakti means power, confidence, and unstoppable.
Wow, beautifully, beautifully. So my last question, describe Nita in one line.
Unstoppable.
Yes, you are. Okay. So let's go to the fun round, the rapid fire. So you have to be very quick. Tea or coffee?
Tea.
Let's raise a toast.
You can see it
No.
now.
Yeah. Okay.
Though it
Are
is
you a
coffee
morning
with
person?
Amir, I normally have more tea.
Yes. Okay. You're a morning person or night?
Sorry?
Morning or night person?
Night person. I can sit late in the night and do a lot of work, lots of silence.
Okay. Uh, which is the favorite movie?
Favorite movie Dil Chahta Hai.
Okay. And from your bucket list, uh, which is on the top priority?
Bungee jumping.
Ooh. Your favorite vacation destination?
Mauritius.
Wow. Okay. Uh, one word to describe your leadership style.
Confident.
Okay. Uh, your favorite dish?
Chicken tandoori.
Okay. And your favorite color?
Black.
Wow. So, Nita, you did a wonderful, and you win to win
Wow.
this
Thank you so
uh,
much.
ebook, which will be delivered to your place. So, friends, it was a lovely conversation with Nita Menezes, who is an author now. The book will be released. So do go and buy her book and support her in her mission of financial literacy. And she's doing a wonderful work as a financial coach, financial therapist, which is a new word which I learned during conversation. Because yes, money has emotions, and she is handling very well, and many examples, case studies, which she has put in a book and in that wiki book also. So do connect with her and align your financial goals and your dreams for yourself, for your family, and do
And
watch the
also the
episode.
course which I have published today, as we just
Okay.
speak, it just got published.
Yeah.
Financially Smart Young Adults.
Yes. So she publishes courses on financial literacy. So do watch those courses, videos, and learn. But investing under a financial coach planner is very necessary to achieve your dreams, goals. So here you'll get answers to many questions which you have. She's have shared over 30 years of experience. So click on the icon for subscribing to the Coffee Conversation Show. There are over 100 plus episodes with different subject experts. If you want to be featured as a guest speaker, visit our website, theemergingindiaforum.com, and our team will connect with you. So enjoy your weekend, stay safe, and we meet with another speaker another time to have another conversation. Thank you.
Thank you.